Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad ZA'IM bin Muhammad ZAKI. My number matric is CB200012. Today I will present about final year project 1. My final year project is about air filter and refrigerant temperature monitoring system on domestic air conditioning. In this presentation, I will consist of introduction, problem statement, objective, research scope, literature summary, methodology, and expected result. First, introduction. Air conditioning is a system used to control the temperature, humidity, and indoor air quality in a house, apartment, or other building used for residential purpose. Split unit air conditioning generally use a compressed air system or refrigerant compression system to produce cold air and release hot air to the outside. The air produced by split unit type air conditioning usually passes through an air filter to remove dust, pollen, bacteria, and other impurities, producing cleaner air. Maintenance of a split unit type air conditioning system involves several steps and actions that are performed regularly to maintain performance and optimal system efficiency. The steps that need to be taken into the maintenance of split unit type air conditioners include cleaning and maintaining the air filter, cleaning internal components such as cooling fins, evaporator coils, and fans, checking the condition of cable and electrical connection by technicians. In the maintenance of the air conditioning system, there are some preliminary preventive measures that are important to ensure that the air conditioning can work to an optimal level and prevent problems that may occur. There are some early preventive that are often done, which is to make a routine maintenance schedule and air filter cleaning. However, yearly prevention is often not done and is less efficient. Okay, now problem statement. Lack of effective monitoring of air filter performance and refrigerant temperature, which can result in inefficient energy use, reduced indoor air quality, and inability to address climate change. Filter monitoring that must be performed by a technician often require physical access to the air conditioning unit, which may be located in a difficult or inconvenient location. In addition, manual monitoring can take great times and resources and require a lot of technical knowledge. Proper and continuous refrigerant temperature monitoring can be a challenge for air conditioning technicians. The equipment and instrument needed for the temperature monitoring of the refrigerant can be complicated and require a deep technical understanding. Technicians often have limited time and resources to perform their duties and to monitor domestic air conditioning systems. They must face high workload and may have to face logistic challenges in accessing air conditioning unit located in various locations in the building. Next, my project objectives. Generally, the objective of the production of the system is to identify the effectiveness and specific objective of the study that have been identified as a result of the issue that exists. This objective will serve as a guide to the study to achieve the target. The specific objective of the air filter monitoring system and the refrigerant temperature for this domestic air conditioning are: number 1, to designing air filter and refrigerant temperature monitoring system for domestic air conditioning. Second, to develop a air filter and refrigerant temperature monitoring system for domestic air conditioning. Finally, to study the air filter monitoring system and the refrigerant temperature for domestic air conditioning. Next, research scope. This study is only for air conditioning technicians and domestic air conditioning users. This study focuses on the energy of air conditioning technicians and domestic air conditioning users so that they have a good access to regular air conditioning service. Next part is literature summary. Number 1 is air conditioning split unit type. Air conditioning split unit type is a system that uses refrigerant as a heat exchanger, fluid and as evaporator, compressor and condenser as a separate component. Compressors and condenser are combined into a single unit called condensation unit and installed on the outside of the house. Plants are specially designed to connect these components. Next, basic of cooling cycle. Mechanical cooling is achieved by distributing, evaporating and tightening the feed supply of refrigerant in a closed loop system. Evaporation occurs at low temperatures and low pressure, while condensation occurs at high temperature and high pressure. Therefore, it is possible to transfer heat from low temperature to high temperature. Next, air conditioners air filter. Air filter are one of the important components of the air conditioning unit. Air filter work to filter dust, smoke, haze, impurities and mold floating in the airspace. Today, too much air pollution occurs in the home. This is due to the chemical used in home furniture. Air filter also filter a variety of bacterial and virus contaminated substance that can affect the health of the consumer. Next, we go to classification, type and performance of air filters. Each category is divided into 4 minimum efficiency reporting values, which we call MERV. MERV is a report on filter capabilities for dust particles of 0.3 to 10 microns. The MERV report was made by the American Society of Heating, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Engineer. We call it AKHIR. Rough air filters are categorized as MERV 1, 2, 3 and 4. Low efficiency air filters are categorized as MERV 5, 6, 7 and 8. Medium efficiency air filters are categorized as MERV 9, 10, 11 and 12. Air filter the high efficiency is categorized as MERV 13, 14, 15 and 16. The ultra high efficiency air filter that belong to the MERV 13, 14, 15 and 16 category. Next, we go to the refrigerant. The refrigerant is made up of mechanical compounds used in a closed cooling system of air conditioning or refrigerator. They absorb heat through the process of evaporation or boil the cooler, thus changing it from the state of the liquid to the gas state. The refrigerator has a boiling point that is much lower than water when it begins to change the situation. To remove heat from the refrigerant, it must be able to change to the liquid state through a process known as a condensation. Now we go to the my project methodology. And then we look at the research procedure. This procedure I use is AD model. As we know, A is a analysis, D is a design, D is a development, I is implementation, E is evaluation. Now we go at the phase 1 is analysis. In this phase, the researcher analyzed the background of the problem and the objective of the study in drafting process guideline for developing a filter and refrigerant temperature monitoring system. Researchers try to give new ideas through existing product based on the observation made. The resulting information and ideas will be collected and implemented. In order to ensure that the product development process can be carried out within the specific period, the researcher has created a framework in advance. Second phase is design. In this phase, design is the stage to determine the product produced to achieve the objective of the study. In addition, this phase is an overview of the design, structure, theoretical approach and also the concepts involved will be used to ensure the production of quality product in order to achieve the target that the researcher is aiming for. At the initial stage of the design phase will be developed manually by doing a preliminary sketch of the product on paper to get an initial impression of the product. Next, the researcher will draw in more detail in the image of the product in 3 dimensions to see the appropriateness and functionality of the image of the product more clearly. This is I will show you my first design sketch. Next, this is my second design sketch, and then this is my final design sketch. The final design sketch was chosen by the researcher as the design to be developed because of its advantage in terms of neatness. The final sketch design is neater compared to the first and second design sketch. The final sketch also has advantage in terms of portability during the air filter service process. Next, the final sketch suggestion is more user-friendly because the microcontroller is outside the air conditioning system, and it is easy for the user to control the system. Okay, now we go to the third phase. It's about development. In the development phase is the third phase in the AD model. This phase will be developed according to the sketch that has been made. This product use T-Tigo T-Display ESP32 as the most important component in the development of this project. The researcher needs to enter the program code into the microcontroller. Guided by the analysis and design phase of the software, and both hardware can develop a real, which is the air filter and refrigerant temperature monitoring system. After identifying the needs of an importance of the model in the design phase, the development process can be implemented in a systematic and orderly manner. Basically, this process involves the use of resources and raw materials that have been selected and then go through the assembly and collection process. And then we go to the next phase. It is implementation. In this phase, the finished product need to be installed on the split unit type air conditioning system and make sure the installation is in the correct position and situation to avoid errors. In this phase, the researcher needs to install a sensor to detect dust on the air filter, while a temperature sensor on the suction line in the compressor area, which is the outdoor unit. The main purpose of this phase is to identify any errors that occur during the system development process. If there are any errors or mistakes, the researcher needs to carry out the process of repair and improvement based on the problem and issue identified during testing. The last phase is evaluation. This phase is a critical phase where the functionality of product will be assessed, whether it achieves the objective or not, as stated at the beginning of the product production. This phase is divided into 2 stages, namely formative assessment and summative assessment. Summative evaluation is the overall implementation of a product, whether in terms of the final design of the product, decision based on the development objective, the effectiveness of the product that has been developed, and others. Formative evaluation refers to the evaluation that will be done at each stage or on each component of the project to ensure the functionality and effectiveness of the component. For this air filter and refrigerant temperature monitoring system, the evaluation will be carried out by 5 expert panels based on the expert verification form. The expert to be consulted an individually or technician who are certified and have experience in this field. Now, I will present about expected result. The expected result of this study is to be able to produce an air filter and refrigerant temperature monitoring system using IoT. IoT is the Internet of Things to meet the objective of the study. In addition, the researcher also expects that this system can provide convenience to air conditioning technician and user in taking precaution to maintain the air conditioning. So that's the air conditioning always work to an optimal level. That's all from me. Thank you.